So today we're going to go from standard form to vertex form. Guys, do you remember what standard form is? Oh, what were you going to say? Yes, there we go. AX squared plus BX plus C. That is the standard form. We're going to start here today. We're going to do some conversions, and we're going to end up in vertex form, which looks like this. Notice it still has the A value. But what does this have that is beneficial? The vertex. It has the vertex in it. That's why it's called the name. So when you put it in this format, it will be easy to graph. You can easily just plot the vertex, and then it'll be facing up like that if it's positive. Okay? Your vertex, as usual, is HK. The benefit of vertex form is that you're given the vertex, so it's going to be easy for you to graph. Okay? All right, so let's do an example. Now, before we start an example, you have this little equation in your notes. H equals negative B divided by 2A. Okay? Notice that H is how you find the vertex. Okay? So let's do an example. Here's our first example. First, let's label A, B, and C. So my A value is 2. My B value, -4. My C value is 5. Since this is a -4, the B value will be -4. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our formula. This is important. It's H equals -B divided by 2A. This is the formula I'm always going to use. So I'm going to erase B, and what should I put in its spot? -4. Yes, the two negatives will become positive, okay? Now I'm going to erase A, and what do I put in its spot? 2, right here. A value is 2, so I'm going to plug into 2. So when we evaluate this, H will be equal to 4 divided by 4, which is just 1. So I know that my vertex will be at 1, and we have to figure out what the Y value or the K value of the vertex is. We're going to do that. Let me show you this notes problem. What do you think I'm going to do to find K? Yep, we're going to plug in H into the function. Okay, so the function that they gave us was 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. Remember, y is the same thing as f of x. Okay, so we're going to plug in our h value. So if I write this again, I'll have 2, and everywhere that I see an x, I'm going to plug in a 1, my h value. Now, a mistake that I always see, a lot of students will do 2 times 1, and then they'll square it and get 4. Is that correct? What should you do first? Yes, you need to square it first. So what is 1 squared? Good, so we're doing this part first. We're doing exponents before multiplication. So 1 squared is 1, times 2 is 2. Minus 4 times 1 is 4, and then we're going to add 5. So 2 minus 4 plus 5 is what we're doing here. So 2 minus 4 is -2, plus 5 is 3. So that is the K value. So I know that my graph would look something like this. At 1, 3 is my vertex, and it'll face up. So the vertex equation, remember, the formula is A, x minus h squared plus k. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my vertex. Erase h and put the k there as well. So this will be 1 and 3. What was the a value? 2. So I'll put my 2 there. That came from right here in the beginning. The a value is 2. Now let's talk about the transformations. Do you guys remember what a 2 in the very front will do? Yes. It'll be a vertical stretch. A vertical stretch by 2. This -1 inside, it means it went to the right 1 space. And then this +3 means it went up 3. These are the transformations. Okay. So just in case we forgot a little bit of the transformations, I have some notes prepared just as a review. Okay, so if this is the vertex form, this A, if A is bigger than 1, it's a vertical stretch. And if A is between 0 and 1, it is a vertical compress. Okay, that's that number in the front. Now, guys, if I put a negative in the front, if I put a negative right here, what does that do? Yes, it will flip it. The mathematical term is going to be reflect. So if there is a negative, it will reflect across the x-axis. Okay? All right. And so let's look at these transformations here. I have a negative in the front, so that means it will reflect, correct? I have this number is a 1/3. So will that be a stretch or a compress? Compress. So this will be a compress, and this will be a reflection. I'll just put reflect. And what will this do? Good. Left 4, and this went down 5. Good. Let's do one more. I have a negative, so that will be reflection. I have a 4, so it'll be a stretch, a vertical stretch. Yep. Right 2, up 1. All right, so those are how we do transformations. That's how we do them. Okay, one more thing that I want to talk about before I let you guys practice is what if I wanted to know what is the y-intercept? How would I find it? Yes. Okay, so guys, look. Plug in 0 to find the y-intercept. And the reason why is, guys, this is the y-axis, correct? A point on the y-axis is called the y-intercept. And all of these points, it's either 0 and a number. 0 and a number, right? This might be 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. So guys, if you want to find the y-intercept, just make the x value 0. So you just plug in zeros. So this equation right here that we started off with, if I plug in a 0 here and a 0 here, what's my y-intercept? 5. So guys, basically it's always 0 and then the c value, which was 5. Does that make sense, how to find the y-intercept? Okay. If not, let me do one more example. Let's say that this was y equals 4x squared minus 2x minus 10. I plug in zeros, correct? So what would be my y-intercept? -10. So the y-intercept is just your c value. So it would be 0, -10 would be your y-intercept. Make sense? All right. I'm going to have you guys practice for a little bit, and then we're going to come back as a group on the ones that y'all get stuck on, and we'll do it as a class. All right?